Hello and welcome to Off the Cuff, or OTC as we call it in short form. Our guest this week is somebody who's so hyperactive that sometimes it becomes difficult for us journalists in Delhi to keep pace with him. And I know that many people say he claims this, he claims that, but the fact is, as yet, I haven't had data to question his claims. But I have also in the audience many people who will know better than me. So, Piyush, welcome to Off the Cuff. You have a great audience. I know with you coming here, we had to do nothing.
Great opportunity to meet a lot of my Mumbai friends.
So, Piyush, before we come to your portfolio and what you've done with power, your first experience in government. You come from a political family. In fact, many people in Delhi didn't realize, I'm sure in Bombay everybody knows that your father was also a cabinet minister for shipping. How was the government different from what you had imagined hearing about it at home?
Actually, I think it was much, much better than what I had ever imagined. Typically in our private lives, we were so used to government being an inefficient animal and people in government being lazy, being corrupt, not really delivering on results or performance. My own experience at the end of nearly 2 years now is that it's a wonderful organization to work with. The people working in government have a lot of passion for the country and a lot of desire to do good for the country, for the people of India. What they always lacked was possibly vision and leadership. I personally am an extremely satisfied person, having spent 2 years now in government, with a whole team which is working literally with a mission, with a zeal to deliver results.
So your leader, the Prime Minister, does he let ministers function or does he micromanage them?
You know, the sad part is the impression versus reality, or as one of your channels where you're often seen says, truth versus hype, is that he has never in 2 years told me once that Piyush, do this or do that, or do this like this or do it the other way. It's a complete empowerment. So I can decide what I want to do, how I want to do, and should I choose to go and bounce off an idea or discuss something with him, he's available 24/7. So if at all, when I was finalizing the coal block auctions, I requested him that I'd like to have a little more detailed presentation made to you and the finance minister. Readily and spontaneously you get time, whenever you want it. An outstanding listener, which is great for me because I'm too much of a talker. So he listens. If you were to judge his time, it's 95% listening, 5% talking. But in that listening, he comes up with nuggets. So I remember when the commercial coal mining decision was to be taken, I was really scared. I was not willing to open up commercial coal mining, much as a lot of people give me credit for opening it up. The reality is I was not game for it. And the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister said, this is the opportunity, we must open it up. But he had the conviction, the courage of conviction, that abhi hoga, abhi kar sakte hain, abhi karna hai. And that's the kind of empowerment we get with his leadership.
So, have you ever been admonished by him?
Oh, every day. Every cabinet meeting, you know, in some interaction the other day, I don't recall who asked me who talks the most in the cabinet and who gets the most flack. And I remember in that conversation saying that the person who talks the most is my colleague Shri Nitin Gadkari, because he comes up with some fantastic gems. Understanding business, he can really add a lot of value to whatever.
And you get the flag.
I get the flag because of talking too much. I'll tell you an example where I was hesitating to pitch for 100 gigawatts of solar power. I was very hesitant that, you know, if you want me to go from 20 gigs by 2022, which was the target which I inherited, to 100 gigawatts, 1 lakh megawatts, it's going to be very difficult to get the transmission in place and very expensive. And he said, Piyush, तुम जरा सोचो ना और alternate सोचो, आप give up थोड़ी कर सकते हो. And he just off the cuff, he said, maybe you could look at hybrids in a bigger way. Think of solar wind hybrids. Imagine this transmission cost is a one-time cost you're incurring today. You'll get solar power, wind power for generations after that. So look at the big picture. Don't be myopic in your thinking. And I thought I thought that was really something which was a learning for me.
Because in India, otherwise we love incrementalism. In India, we always plan for shortages. कि पहले 2-lane रोड बनाओ, जब तक वो बनेगा 4 लेन फुल हो जाएगा, फिर 4 लेन बनाओ फिर.
You know, if you'll see his slogan before we came into government, he always talked about speed, skill and scale. And if you see every program of this government, we've focused on these three. And on the back of these three, we've been able to get a lot of value propositions for the nation. Today, solar power is down 40% from what it was barely 2 years ago.
Down means price is down.
Prices,
Not-
pricing.
not
Quantity,
production.
volumes are about 10x.
Right.
Or what's happening right now. In terms of LED bulbs, we inherited a system where the price of the government purchase was 310 rupees for a 7-watt bulb, and the government company used to do 600,000 bulbs in a year. Today, as we speak, the same government company, run by government employees, is doing 700,000 bulbs every day, from 600,000 a year to 700,000 a day. That's the kind of growth. And by the way, prices are down from 310 for a 7-watt bulb to 54 rupees 90 paisa for a 9-watt bulb, 30% more illumination at 17% of the original price. So economies of scale come in, transparency and honesty help us cut the flap, little bit of innovative financing. The LED bulbs used to be paid over 5 years. Who the hell is going to trust government with their money for 5 years? So we said on 30th day you'll get money in your bank through an RTGS transfer. I'm told just that one change has reduced the cost by about 40 or 50 rupees. Just that one change. And I think the next contract or tender, we're going to make it 7-day payment.
What are the failures yet?
Well, I think one big challenge before all of us as we go forward is the last mile delivery, to make sure that whatever we are doing really reaches the man at the bottom of the pyramid. We were really in a hurry and we built up expectations beyond a reasonable level, where we now realize that ultimately to reach the last man, we'll have to go through a process, a system, where the center can set policy, can set vision, can fund, but we'll have to be dependent on the state government, and from the state down to the panchayats or the municipalities and corporations. And that mindset change, which has to translate from Prime Minister Modi to his government, to the state government, down to the last officer who has to deliver results. I think that process is taking longer than one should. And in that, we hear a lot of stories. So you'll hear very often people complain that corruption has stopped at the top. Delhi corridors are out of Dalals. But at the lower level, in the municipalities, the cops on the street, there we still have to
The
look for a
lineman.
mindset change.